You know, Yosef. Yosef, when the famine came, he had no children. He denied himself certain pleasures. He wasn't hungry, but people were hungry. So he denied himself certain pleasures. So what does it say by Yosef? Ritzon shochne sneh. You were like living in the thorn bush. The only other person that had a thorn bush in their life was Moshe Rabbeinu. Hashem appeared to him in the thorn bush. Why a thorn bush? To show how painful Hashem was. The Jews are slaves in Egypt, and I feel their pain. So Hashem appeared in the thorn bush. He says, where did I get this idea from? From Yosef. Yosef put himself in the thorn bush. He made himself suffer. Why? Because people were hungry. But I'm not hungry. I understand you're not hungry. But people are hungry. That was the greatness of Yosef. Uratzon shochne sneh, the pasuk says. That he was, who he was and why he was that person. They bring down, I told you earlier, they bring down from the Chedushei Harim, the Ger Rabbi. He says, Makas Choshech, the plague of darkness. It says, nobody could see each other, nobody could move from their place. He says, the biggest makkah is when you live in darkness. What does that mean? That you can't see the person next to you. That you walk around life only concerned about yourself. You have no concern about the person next to you. That's a person who lives in darkness. And that's a plague, he says. That's a makkah. That is a plague. When a person lives in darkness and they don't see life around them, he says that's a person who's in pain. He lives in darkness. So it's just fascinating to see. I mentioned to you, all the different elements. It says water was dam tzifradeya, earth was kinim and arov, ruach was dever arben choshech, and eish was shchin because it came from the furnace, and makas bechoros. He says Barad, the fifth makkah, had all four elements to it. It had fire and water, hail and fire, and wind and adama, and it destroyed all the crops. So we see that many of the makkos used the different elements that were there. There was something very interesting. It says that if you take the end letters of Eish, Mayim, Ruach, and Adama, which are the four elements of creation, the last letters spell Simcha. That when Hashem created the world, it brought a certain amount of joy to Hashem that He created the world. Of course, when mankind, disappointed Him, some of that Simcha was reduced, and hopefully be Moshe Mashiach, that Simcha will come back. But the Makos, the Makos were Mido Keneged Mido. It was Yisro who understood that, and he recognized that everything that happened for a reason. Everything had a cheshbon. Everything had a cheshbon. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,